Welcome back to Defenders Season 1 Review Part 2. The reason why I had to basically cut off the last video was simply because dinner was ready and I had to stop there. But there's still more to talk about when it comes to Defenders Season 1. Let's see. Things I haven't talked about yet. Let's see. Let me think. Elektra. Let's talk about her. I gotta hand it to basically them. Yeah, having her basically, be kind of really the real main villain of this thing. Yeah, it's actually a bit of a surprise. I was not expecting it at all. Uh, Elda Young basically did a great job with her this season. A little bit better than she was portrayed last season, but hey. Oh, and she actually, in the outfit she's wearing, it's the outfit she wore in Daredevil Season 2. Yep, it's the same exact outfit. Yeah, the outfit made by the Gladiator, Melvin Potter. Yep, same guy who made it. I'm like, yeah. When I saw her basically when she was given the outfit, I'm like, she was probably buried in normal clothes, so I wouldn't think they would bury her in that costume. So I'm kind of like, where did they get the costume? Yeah, that is something that was never explained. Like, I'm like, in lectures, like, where'd you get, like, because she actually remembers, like, yeah, I'm surprised that Alexandra didn't tell her that, okay, we probably took it from someplace. It doesn't say where. Oh, and I should also explain how they bring her back. Yeah, they actually show an actual resurrection, which is something they referenced in Iron Fist, which is that they put in this iron coffin with these stones. It's filled with these giant stones, which was actually seen during Daredevil Season 2. Elektra is basically wrapped up in this red cloth. Most of her body is wrapped up in this. And then basically, and they use this substance, which actually is revealed that this substance actually is what kept the Five Fingers alive all the years they've been alive. Yeah, it basically this substance is the source of their immortality. Yeah, it's the source of it, and it's poured directly into the coffin, and then Elektra just gets out, and then she gets cleaned up. She gets to go through some training, stuff like that. Yeah, some people think she's kind of like a Frankenstein in the way, and most of she's coming through amnesia in the way. She doesn't know who she is, but later on she kind of figures out that, yep, I'm Elektra, not she does, and she does visit Matt's apartment. As a matter of fact, she's actually one of two people who go to his apartment. The other, of course, Jessica Jones. I'm kind of like, I love the fact they actually go to his apartment, but as far as I know, there's like no other character aside from her. I mean, outside of Defender's the Daredevil cast, the only character who actually is not from Daredevil, who actually does go to Matt Murdock's apartment, is Jessica Jones. That's it, just her. Luke Cage doesn't stop by it, doesn't come by it at all. Not even Iron Fist comes by. Yeah. Iron Fist, as far as I can tell, his penthouse he had in the series, in his own series, he apparently is not living there. No, he apparently is living in the dojo he basically bought the building for. Yeah, that is apparently where he is living, in this dojo. Yeah, and I do appreciate the fact he had a chance to put on a suit. Actually, he's one of two people who actually do put on a suit and tie. The other, of course, is Matt Murdock. And, of course, you never get a chance to see Luke Cage in a suit. And, of course, Jessica Jones, she wears the same exact outfit in all 8 episodes. Yeah, all 8. She never changes. Luke changes once. The whole time. Yeah, he changes his shirt once the whole series. Yeah, he changes it like a little over halfway through. He changes from the yellow shirt, which he's wearing the whole time, to a black shirt. I don't really know why, but at least he wears the the black hoodie that he wore during his own show, which I haven't a chance to watch yet. By the way, I will get a chance to watch it soon. I'm planning on watching it when I finish up season 14 of One Piece. Yep. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, and because of the hand stuff that's going on, yeah, Trish tries to report on the whole thing with the tremors, and she's on a call with a geologist, and the call is cut off. And it's not done by the person who's basically with her. It's ordered by her bosses because they want to keep the whole Tremors thing quiet. I'm like, seriously? That is stupid. The whole city, most of the city, felt that. Yeah, and the fact that the epicenter for the earthquake was in fact this particular building, which they had to blow up in the last episode. Which, okay, fine. And apparently because the fact that this building was the cause of the earthquake, and blowing up basically prevented more earthquakes, yeah, the defenders were basically let go, and anybody associated with them, they were just let go and never charged. They basically just given just basically just let off the hook because they saved the whole city. Yep. Which some people watching this keep wondering, okay, this is set in the MC universe. Couldn't they have Spider make a cameo, at least so like that? But nope. I get maybe why some of the big name people like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, they're doing their own thing. But in the case of Spider-Man, he could have made an appearance here. I mean, actually, no, he couldn't because this is set in Manhattan. And of course, he does all his little web singing in Queens. So that is my theory. The reason why he couldn't show up in this series because, well, he's in Queens and this is set in Manhattan. That's my personal theory. I'm sure you probably heard about it, but maybe they can reference it in the Spider-Man Homecoming sequel, or maybe they can mention it in Avengers Infinity War. Who knows? Was there anything else? Let's see. Oh, they do show Karen Page's office, which she actually got that in season 2 of Daredevil, which she was referencing, I believe, in Iron Fist. I believe it was. Yeah, I believe it was Iron Fist. Yeah, she was referencing, and she gets Ben Urich's office, and it's the same as it was when Ben Urich was operating that office. Basically, the articles on the wall, like the Battle of New York, stuff like that. Yeah. Having offhand references to the actual films is great. I think there's even a reference to the first Avengers film actually in this season. There's actually a couple of them I can think of. The last time they make a reference to the film was actually in the first season of Daredevil, because I believe they make one offhand reference to it in Jessica Jones, and I don't think Iron Fist even knew about what happened in Avengers. Yeah, that's just my personal theory anyway, because I don't think he knew about the whole city being rebuilt. I don't think he knew about that at all. But at least in the case of Daredevil, the groundwork from the first Avengers film, did kind of basically lay the groundwork for Daredevil. Yep. But in the case here, it's and some people are probably wondering, like, why does Daredevil take like over half the season to finally put on his costume? Well, there is a story reason why. Because apparently after Daredevil season 2, he retired. Yeah, he retired. For some reason. And apparently he's taking all cases pro bono. Basically, he's doing all this for free. And even Jessica Jones calls for the fact, yeah, he doesn't take any pay from his cases, and yeah, he lives in this apartment. Yeah, this seems like a pretty cheap apartment, but the only reason why the landlord doesn't kick him out for not paying rent, because he actually helps out the landlord, like kicking out any of people who are actually not paying rent or stuff like that. Yeah, but at least he has a good reason why he's not kicked out, because, well, yeah, like I say, he helps them out. But in the case of Luke Cage's apartment, his apartment is actually shown twice the entire series. It's shown in the first episode, and I believe it's shown a couple more times after that. But as far as I can tell people's place, I think Jessica Jones' apartment is shown at least 3 times. Yeah, everybody's place is shown at least 3 times throughout the whole entire season. And when this thing ends, it kind of basically leads some setup into Jessica Jones season 2, which I'm not really sure when that's going to air. I know that Daredevil season 3 is going to air next year. And it's something, though, that of the 4 Defenders, Matt Murdock is the only who actually has a costume. Yeah, he's the only one who does. Not even Iron Fist has a costume. And you get a chance to see the Iron Fist tattoo and the whole thing with Shaolin, the Undying Dragon. Yeah, he's referenced a couple times. And, oh yeah, and the big question, what the heck was actually in that giant hole that was seen in Daredevil Season 2? What was there? A giant skeleton. No, seriously, it's a giant skeleton, and apparently this is what makes their liquid that keeps the 5 fingers immortal. Yeah, That is what was down there the whole time. And there was this door that was blocking them, and apparently the only way to open it is with the Iron Fist. Yeah, and Iron Fist sort of breaks it indirectly because, well, Elektra directs them to it. Because, well, it gets dragged down there. Yeah. The only character that actually dies, as far as I could tell for character deaths, I mean, you have Alexandra who dies. Pretty much all Five Fingers die. Of course, they don't. In the case of, well, the guy who only speaks Japanese, yeah, he's definitely dead. Gal, they did not confirm her death because of what happened with Daredevil, basically shown in the final credits. Of seeing him alive and well, and he's in a nunnery. He's bandaged up, and basically, and there's a reference like, oh, tell Sister Maggie that he's awake. Basically, what that scene in time, this is actually in the final episode. I know it's a spoiler, but I have to bring this up. Basically, this is, from what I've heard and from what I can tell, leading into Daredevil Season 3, which I have heard is going to be an adaptation of Daredevil Born Again. The story written and drawn by Frank Miller. I have read it. It's actually a really good story. The Amazing Spider-Man story Gang War, which is being published at the same exact time, takes place at the same exact time as this. So, yeah. Now, as for is there any villains aside from Madame Gao, who actually appeared in the previous shows, appears in this one, and of course Bushido. As far as I could tell for Jessica Jones, there is like, aside from her adopted sister and her neighbor, there is nobody else appears in her show. Excuse me. For Luke Cage, it's just missing. I don't know about the Captain. I'm not sure if he was in the show or not. Oh yeah, I know Turk was there, but he's from Daredevil, so he doesn't count. Let's see. But overall, and of course, from Iron Fist, it's just, well, Colleen and Bushido. Yeah. Gal doesn't count because the only characters don't count is basically because they've previously seen the previous shows like Turk, Gal, and Claire Temple, because they first appeared in Daredevil. So their characters are from Daredevil, so it's safe to say that even though they last appeared in other shows, it doesn't. Oh yeah, also Jerry Hogarth shows up in here. Yeah, she's actually another character who actually first appeared in the Netflix universe from Jessica Jones, and she's seen for one quick scene. Actually, she's seen like a couple times. She's seen one episode. She talks to Jessica Jones, and she talks to Foggy Nelson, and that's it. Nobody else. There's a reference to her at the end of the last episode, but she just shows up for one episode, and that's it. So yeah, maybe Carrie Ann Moss was busy. That's probably the reason why she only just guest starred for one episode. Oh, also, I read online that apparently the Punisher was going to appear in this season. Nope, he does not. In all 8 episodes, he does not make a physical appearance at all. He does show up. There's actually a teaser at the end of the final episode where basically it's a teaser for Punisher, which actually comes out in November, which I am looking forward to that because, well, I am a fan of the Punisher, and I really would love to see his show. But let's see. Is there anything else to talk about when it comes to Defenders? Oh yeah. They don't call themselves Defenders the entire season. As a matter of fact, the name The Defenders is never brought up at all. And also, Iron Fist kind of puts on a costume in the final episode. Doesn't put on a mask per se, but he does put on what looks like a jumpsuit. It kind of looks similar to one of his costumes from the comic books. I would say one of his later costumes that he wore in the last decade. So that's probably the costume he wears. I keep thinking though, why can't he put on a mask like the yellow bandana mask that he's not wearing in the comics? I would like to see him wear it because, well, Danny Rand is a public face in the Netflix universe, so it would make sense for him to wear a mask, but I guess not. Maybe in Iron Fist Season 2, he'll probably do that, which I have not heard just giving Iron Fist Season 2 yet, mainly because of the negative reviews that Iron Fist Season 1 got. So maybe that this might lead into Iron Fist Season 2. But and the biggest question that basically was asked, how was Kunlun destroyed? And it was supplied was the hand. Yeah, that little plot thread at the end of Iron Fist season 1. Yeah, you're probably thinking, oh, maybe it'll get wrapped up in here. Nope. It is just tossed away. It's like, oh, you see what you wanted to see. Yeah. And as for what caused the destruction of Kunlun, never explained. Yeah, it's like anything from Iron Fist. It's like anybody who appeared on Iron Fist, with the exception of Claire Temple, with the exception of Iron Fist himself, either gets hardly anything to do, barely appears, or any plot threads from the show is just ignored or just never brought up at all. But at least the other characters get a lot to do. It's a good season nonetheless. It's just after certain things that basically when you watch it, after watching the previous shows, that maybe you might get some references. Oh, and by the way, if you expect the indie references to Iron Fist, the show, there's like maybe one reference the entire season. Oh yeah, and the reference is when they went to China. Yep. So, yeah. There's references to the other ones, but Iron Fist gets like one offhand reference, maybe two at most. That's it. The other ones get a lot more references than that. I'm surprised not even there was not even an Easter egg for the Punisher in here at all. But yeah, good season nonetheless. I'm looking forward to whenever they get a chance to do season 2. My guess is this probably not going to be for another couple years at most. Yeah. So that's it. No, that would not be a part 3. So my next video is going to be One Piece anime review part 8, which I'm going to talk about season 8 and 9. Okay, but until then, I will see you there. Bye.